instructions. So we can, uh, yeah, okay. Yeah, please go ahead. Abu Sufyan, you can introduce, you can come on video, please. And Akansha, if you also want to just quickly say hi. We have one more guest, Rahini. You want to come on video, audio, just say hi to the group, just introduce yourself. Yeah. Meanwhile, so while others join in the discussion, we can start. So this is a very informal meetup. These Saturday meetups, you can just share anything, ask anything, wherever you want to start. So it's driven by you. Yeah. And Akansha and Raini, any point of time. Oh, now we have one more guest. Yeah. Please go ahead and introduce yourself, and if
Uh,
you can join on video, that
Hi,
would
my
be better. Yeah.
my
Yeah.
name is Rahini. I'm a mother to a 3-year-old
Mm-hmm.
girl. I just got some me time right now, so I just thought I'll join
Sure. Sure.
today's
Sure.
session. Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah. If you can join on video, that would be nice. Then we know the face whom we are talking to. Okay. Yeah. So somebody has to start with something, whatever. Ask a
Hello.
question.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Akanksha. I'm a mother to this 2-year-old and also have a 5-year-old. We are in between the transition. We don't really want him to go to school because it seems unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
And I've recently discovered Aarohi, and I'm really inclined towards your way of learning. I part of the session I joined last Saturday as well, and I'm hoping that my kids would let me attend this session. So I'm right now in the phase of researching and getting to know it, and if it suits my children. So it's primarily for my 5-year-old that I'll be attending this session. And come, you want to say hi? This is Vidar. Vidar, say hi.
That's
This is
okay.
Vidar. So we'll be joining the session, and I'll really try and be more, engaged and try to
Sure, sure,
ask more
sure.
questions. If not,
Absolutely.
then I'll probably type it out down in the
Absolutely.
chat.
Anything goes. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, oh, we have Arshada also. Hi, Arshada. You can also join it. So somebody start, please. As I said, this is totally driven by you. What thoughts, what questions you want to talk about?
Sure. So, Ratnesh, I'm very new to this like Aarohi and so concept of open learning is something which I or homeschooling is like I've heard from like distant people or maybe online sometime, but I haven't really interacted or met anyone who has been homeschooled or open learning system, unschooling, these kind of things. So, CBSE, ICSE, one thing I'm pretty sure that the kind of schooling we have been through, right, and a very forced one, and we are not actually using any of what we learned. And with these kids, I think what we learned in sixth, seventh, right? So 2, 3 days back only, my daughter was drawing that eggs on a leaf, and it becomes a caterpillar, larva, butterfly, right? And she knows nothing. It's just that somebody instructed her, right? It stayed with her. She just created it again. So now she doesn't. She has no understanding of the concept. She hasn't seen it visually. She hasn't experienced it, and I'm sure that if I ask her after, let's say, 2 months, she won't remember a thing about it, right? So it's just that we are busy in our lives and we just want them to be um, to be a part of some kind of system that at certain age they become independent and they are like well off, they are stable, right? So ultimate objective is that. Now with the homeschooling one, I really theoretically this concept looks really good, that it's a child led system. I've visited couple of Montessori schools recently also, right? So they also tell that Montessori is, let's say, teacher is a facilitator and child only leads how they want to be, what they want to study, and what is their interest. So with this homeschooling, or because as a parent, I know nothing, right? That for this system, so next, let's say it's a Diwali holidays, right? We have a lot of time, but I have no clue that even I have to engage my kid for 1 week. So what do I really do? How do I engage? What kind of skills do I impart? Now, I mean, with at this stage, all we know is mobile, laptop, Excel, and everything, right? So going to their level, or let's say, even, I mean, not about going to their level, but thinking of a project, getting those supplies, executing it with them. So this all looks unrealistic as a parent for me to do independently. Now, how does uh, Aarohi, like, what, how do, where does Aarohi come in, and what kind of curriculum, or I mean the pattern, how you have kind of created that program that, let's say, helps parents and kids to learn those skills. So that is something I'm really keen to know about.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, probably we'll have to talk for the next 15 days. Okay. So the three parts to your whatever you've shared, and I was trying to really concentrate. So let's see if I picked up the three parts. So one part is you as parent. Okay. The second part is, say, what is this homeschooling, unschooling, open learning? Yeah, that is one part. And then the third part is, what does Aarohi do? Okay. So let me try very briefly answer all the three. So the parent part is something perhaps the most important, because that will actually take care of the other two, and which is where, according to us, the Jagriti comes in. So we have a program called Jagriti,
Yeah.
which basically totally turns you upside down and inside out, and makes you go crazy. Well, money will vouch for it, right? So it's just to open ourselves up to. See, we have been too conditioned to think in only a number of ways. Not that those ways are wrong. We don't say no, no, not at all. They are perfectly fine. But can we explore more perspectives? Can we look at the child and understand the child in many, many, many different ways? Now, the moment you start understanding child in different ways and understanding yourself in different ways, then the rest of the things starts flowing uh, much better, or at least effortlessly or enjoyably or whatever. So that's my answer to the first part, the parent part. Now, what is open learning? Yeah, that's the interesting part. Um, in one line, in open learning, you follow the child. So when you say that you don't know much about what is homeschooling, unschooling, open learning, that's not true. All of us here are doing open learning in some form or the other, just that we don't realize it. In the sense, as you said, now the child is home. There is 1 week Diwali holidays. What do I do? Now that is, in a way, that is homeschooling, isn't it? In a way, that is unschooling. In a way, that is open learning, whatever term you use, right? So, what is in open learning? So, I won't use the term homeschooling, unschooling. Let's keep that aside. Um, at least let me first talk about what is open learning. In open learning, we let the child lead. So if I'm in your place, and the child is at home for a week in Diwali holidays, and even after Diwali holidays, the child won't be in school all day, right? And the child won't be in school weekend. So the child is still a lot at home, right? The question automatically is whose responsibility it is for the child to do things, learn things. Whose responsibility it is actually? Is it yours or is it the child's?
Currently, it looks like mine only.
Mine, yeah. So the moment you say, "Oh, it's not mine, it's child's," you've started open learning. That's all. You need to take one decision. That's it. You have to
Yeah.
say, "No more. It's not my responsibility at all." Uh, Now, if you'll say, "But how will that work?" So let me take you back to when your child was 6 months, eight
Hmm.
months, 1 year. That time, was the child deciding what to do? When to start turning, when to start crawling, when to start walking, when to start talking? Or were you deciding, or it was child's responsibility or your responsibility?
I mean, childs were doing on its
Childs were
own.
doing it. They took the responsibility of how to figure out mother tongue, to figure out walking, to figure out eating, so many things. Yeah. So in a way, they were already born responsible. Somewhere we took away that responsibility. Now it's my responsibility. I am the mom, I am the dad, I am the parent. We need to teach the child. We need to get activities in. We need to show them the butterfly and so on and so forth. That's okay. It's nothing wrong with that approach. But open learning says, no, 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 no. Why do all of that when they are themselves such amazing learners? We can just let them lead, let them decide. Now, and let them figure out what do they want to do. Yes, they may need us as much as we need them, as much as we need each other. So our life is interdependent. We don't exist as individual only, right?
Hmm.
No matter how much I say I'm independent, I'm not independent. I'm actually interdependent. For literally everything, I'm interdependent to somebody or the other, either on my wife or on my children or on my friends or my or supports people or so on and so forth. Yeah. So the interactions will happen, but the leader is the child. And if the child starts leading now, very soon, the child becomes like a complete leader of herself. And then you are jobless. Yeah. And you from beginning only you're jobless, but your job reduces over a period of time because they start taking bigger and bigger portion of their work onto themselves. Okay, so that's about open learning. Let me answer. And so, what is Aarohi? Oh, that is very simple to answer. Now, Aarohi is a community of families who are doing open learning. Simple. So families
Okay.
have got together, and they could be together online in the sense they could be in different cities. So they have families in Mumbai, and they have families in Chennai, and they have families in Bangalore, and we are all meeting on a daily basis, interacting, doing things, playing. Even if children are too small, they are not coming. We are doing it as parents, or children are big enough, they are interacting. And also, Aarohi has a campus where you can come and be part of the Aarohi campus. Yeah.
Okay.
So both the options are available, and you can do any permutation combination. But as such, by itself, Aarohi does not do anything.
Okay.
It's a community. It's we don't, even if you come to the campus, we won't do anything. We will ask you, what do you want to do? And
Okay.
separately, we will ask your daughter, what do you want to do? And if you start talking about for your daughter, we'll say, no, 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 no. She will tell what she wants to do. You only talk about what you want to do. As far as
Okay.
we are concerned, we can see two learners in your video right now.
Okay.
Right? So that's how it works, ROE. So I hopefully have kind of little introductory answering I've done, and we can take it further with more questions from
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead. You don't have to call me sir or anything. I'm Ratnesh. Just call me Ratnesh. Or most children call me Rat, so you can just call me Rat. That's also good enough. Yeah,
Yeah, hi.
yeah.
Actually, because sudden break, I just forgot what I came to say. Actually, it seems when they go to school, almost 8 hours, 9 hours, seems so small. But when I think of open learning, what am I going to do these hours with children? I couldn't even think for 1 hour. Then what am I going to do with the whole day, 24
But
by 7?
you are not
It seems
supposed to
so
do
hard.
anything. You are not supposed to do anything with children. You're supposed to do your things.
That that idea seems so sweet. Appa, we are free from responsibility. It is so sweet. But
Hmm.
when I think, okay, then what to do? If if you just leave me, I'll be keep doing something.
Yes, please do that.
And
First,
yeah, I'll
make
be keep doing
yourself
something.
busy.
But then kids just keep coming back, ma,
Yeah, let
ma,
them do
come.
whatever they want
Or
to do.
else
But
they
you,
just keep
yes, yes.
pulling me, not letting me to do work. I'm
No,
like,
no.
please take care of your life. I'll take care of my life.
No, no, wait. So the idea is not that they work in their own, they work somewhere, we are somewhere, and we don't interact with each other. No, 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 no. That's not the point. But the point is then when they are coming and pulling you, maybe they are coming and pulling you, come outside, run with us, jump with us, or come and let's play with water, or let's do this, or let's make this. Yeah, that means they are thinking what they want to do. Now it's up to you whether you want to join them, which is quite a bit of fun if you want to join them. If you don't want to join them, don't join them. But you are not thinking. It is not your responsibility to think what they are doing. They are thinking and they are coming to you. Yeah, if a child comes to me and says, Uncle, come, let's play with the ball, say, okay, I can come. Right now I have time, okay, so I can come and play with you. But still, I am not thinking. Rather, he is the one who is driving. I am the one who is only doing with him or her. So that's exactly is the point. Can you keep doing your things, and whenever they come and interact with you, you kind of connect with them and see if you want to do what they are asking you to do. Maybe they are just asking for some material. Maybe they are just asking you for 5 minutes. Maybe they need you for 2 hours to play with them. Maybe you don't have 2 hours. So you can tell them, okay, I can play with you for 15 minutes. After that, you play on your or you do on your own. I will do my things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, there are so many voices, right? If we give one chance, will they keep calling us even in the
Maybe,
emergency?
maybe, maybe,
There are
maybe.
so many
The
voices
the
there.
the point is that doesn't matter how the day or the hour goes. What matters is who is taking the decisions. Are they taking decision for themselves, or are you taking decision for them? Are you thinking I have to owe you 8 hours, I have to keep them engaged, or are they thinking what we want to do for 8 hours?
Me only thinking.
Yeah, so you have to stop thinking. Then they will start thinking.
Can you just give me some clue that how should I go ahead with that? Just some clue.
That's
If
what I
if
said.
if the others coming just calling na,
Yeah, if they're coming and calling you, I don't see how's that a problem. If they're coming and calling you, you decide whether you want to go whatever they are saying for or you don't want to go. That's your decision. But they are calling, they are calling. That's their need.
I can I ask a question or add something?
Please, please, please.
I okay, so let me just I just put my camera on here. So then, okay, hi. So I think I just wanted to connect with what the parent said. I think I can understand what she's saying, but and I understand in what context, because you right now you know this scenario has happened before in the past, and so uh, I also would think this because I work from home, and because I work from home, if my kids are here, then they will be in and out. But they kind of already know more or less the ground rules of if I'm busy in a meeting, they wait or they quiet. But sometimes they would just come in. Now, she asked about what can you do, and I like your answer. Really, I like the answer that you said. We need to stop the thinking, because all of those things actually is all still our thinking. We
Yeah.
are overthinking and that was right now my biggest fear was, what are we going to do with them? And what you said really is interesting. We don't have to do anything, or we have to do as much as they would like to do for themselves. We don't have to think of what they want to do in the day, but let them do. And if they come into the room, for example, for something, it's for you to really, really at that moment, I would say, think for yourself, can I actually go and do something and then go do it and have the experience? Or if you are really busy at that point, let them know. But either way, don't overthink it for now and see it as a block, because either way, children, and what you said was important. They are coming because it's something that they need and they want to do and they enjoy doing. And that that really just clicks at the moment right now, because it's their day. They are planning their day. Just as much as we wake up and say, I have work to do, or I'm going to do this, or I want to do this hobby, they're also just going through the motions. And yeah, so sorry about the long answer, but yeah, it's really that part clicked for me right now, because I don't need to control their day. I can help and assist and make their day comfortable as much as I can, to what degree I can. But it doesn't mean I have to control what they are doing in that day. I have to give time for them to start going through their motion. Yeah,
Yeah, I also want
interesting.
to invite, let's say, Harshada or Preeti. You want to share how you do it. I'm not yet going into how we do it with our children. I want to invite more people. How do you do it? Not just in terms of when they are coming, but how do you kind of help them organize their day, plan their day, think about their day. Preeti, you want to jump in? Harshita, you want to jump in?
Sorry, can I join in? Akanksha
Yes,
here.
yes, I can't. Anybody actually.
Okay. So I am in that phase. I used to try to control him. I understand what she was saying as a mother, because you feel responsible for them at all times, that they should be learning something during a day, like at least one thing, and you're responsible for it as a parent. You have that from my parents or from our older generation. So I
Today you
understand.
flush it out, please.
Yeah, I am trying. I'm in that process. So right now, I have gotten him into house chores and everything. Whatever I do, I used to invite him, and now he himself comes in. Even my 2-year-old, both of them try to, put the clothes in the machine or put them out to dry. Very little things, but they have that compassion to do it. Like somebody's. I have not decided their routine, but they tend to join in their routine, and we have kind of harmonizing the rhythm right now. I think after a month or two, we are at a phase where we have a peaceful routine, kind of, where they do their stuff. They used to call me a lot at every little thing to show what they're doing or to ask me how to do it. But right now, I think they have gotten into the groove of, doing it themselves, and they still call me, but the frequency has reduced, which is fine. But what I wanted to ask, in addition to that, is I see something new, and the fear is there. I'm scared that what I'm doing is right or not. Open learning is good for the kid or not. And maybe probably down the line, 2 years down the line, I feel like, okay, I should have gotten to the traditional system. I'm hoping that that's not the case, but like 1%, if that happens, so how will the kid adjust? He would not adjust to the typical,
He will adjust. Don't worry
traditional
about that.
education
If,
system
if
where.
don't worry about that. Don't
I'm
worry.
sorry,
If
you're
you,
on mute, Ratnesh, I think.
am I on
Hello.
mute? No, no. Can
I'll
you hear me?
I'll just I'll ask the question and I'll mute myself then.
No, I got the
Also, I
question.
feel like
Okay.
that responsibility of having a learning every day, or following a curriculum, or like if a first grader should know how to read, should know how to recognize and count till 100 or whatsoever. So every standard, every grade, or every term has a milestone. And in open learning, we can't have that because we are away from the system. We are not keeping a count, or we are not giving marks or grades or whatever. So how do you keep a track of the progress, or how do you keep a track that, okay, what I'm doing is in the right direction? And probably down the
Okay.
line, if you feel like, okay, you need to pass an exam, open exam, high school or whatever, so the kid is at par, or he's able to, he has some knowledge, he is passionate about his interest, whatever he wants to do, but a general understanding, a general awareness, general maths, general, grammar, language, all those things. So I'm just a little bit scared as to whether I'll miss out on few things, little bit of biology, little bit of, metamorphosis of a butterfly or things like that. So I'm coming from that point of view.
Sure, sure, sure. Fair enough. So I'll quickly come kind of say a couple of thoughts, and then I want maybe Harshada to share how she does with her children and so on. I think those are more interesting things. My saying talking is the boring part. So very quickly, one is you can always get back to the traditional system if you want to at any stage. After 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years at the college level, at any point the child can go back. So please don't worry about that at all. There's so many cases of people going back who wanted to go back for whatever reason they wanted to go back to the conventional system. So that's one thing everybody needs to be not at all worry about, right? At any point, absolutely. The second point is you said you want to keep track, one learning a day, this, that. I'm saying, cool. You decide how uh, open learning will happen at your home, in your
Hi.
family. Yeah.
Sorry,
Uh,
can I just share a story which is linked to this?
just 1 minute. Yeah, yeah. We'll come to that.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, please, you have to, and when I say you, you can either take it as you, as in you alone, or you can do what we call as co-creation. You can invite all your family members and sit together and say, should we have one learning every day? Should we have 10 learnings every day? Should we learn biology? Should we learn this? And who all should learn? Only children should learn. Parents should also learn. Do parents know biology? Why do we get fever? Do you know why do we get fever? Or how does body does this fever business? And number of things. So it you have to decide how you want to do, and your family can decide, or you can decide, or only the parents can decide, however you want to do. And that deciding can change over a period of time. You may decide it for a week and say, no, this is not working, let's change. And then another month you try something else. You say, no, no, this is also not working, and let's change, and so on and so forth. In a way, what I'm trying to say is that every family's way of doing open learning is unique, different, which keeps changing every now and then. It keeps evolving. Okay. And that is why we have called this community Aarohi, because Aarohi means evolving, constantly changing. Right? It is not one thing. So please don't feel anything that, oh, how will I do this? Please go ahead and do it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, just remember you can quickly shift to something else. Yeah. So we have Rahini who wants to share something, and then yeah, maybe Harshita will take Rahini first, and then you can share. Yeah, Rahini, please. We'd love to
I
hear
have
your
all
story.
these. One second. Hi.
Hi.
I have all these insecurities that these two mothers have shared as well. But those insecurities kept going down and down as I started reading books on how children actually learn, and how letting them explore can bring so much learning without even us looking at them. When we look at them itself, we kind of pass our fears to them, like when they're let's say they're holding a knife, or they're holding something heavy. So what I try to do is, when she's doing anything at all, I just try to like go and do my thing. I'm like constantly like, okay, I'm just gonna cut my vegetables. I'm just gonna wash my vessels. And my cook will be like, Amma, why are you doing? I'll do. And I'll be like, no, 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 I want to do. So let me just do my thing because she's eating. And if I look at her, I know I will react. I know I'll say something to her. So may as well just divert my mind. And like, of course, I'm watching her. I have a mirror in front of that wash basin. So I'm watching her so that she's not falling off or something or anything like that, anything that's dangerous for her, from the chair and all that. So, and I'm always looking, and most of the time when I am engaged is when she even starts exploring. Sometimes when I'm sitting next to her, she's like, Amma, why don't you give me this? Amma, why don't you do this? Cut this for me, do this for me, that for me. And I'm like, oh my God, I want a break. I'm just gonna go do my vessels. And then she just starts exploring, she just starts doing things. And this is like when she was like 1.5 years old. So somehow I do know that when we are engaged, that's when they actually explore. When we are around, somehow they know that, okay, I'm going to ask Amma and she's going to tell me what it is, because we're all programmed to answer. If they ask, we're like, yeah, yeah. Why is this? Yeah, because God came and did this. Okay, mosquito is biting. Yes, you're hurt, so I'm gonna kill the mosquito. All these, explanations. We're all programmed to tell them because we think that we should teach. But sometimes I've learned that just zip it and just do your work, and they're just gonna explore and they will learn so many things. Why I'm saying this is, recently she suddenly looked at me. I was using this new plastic fork, and suddenly she kept staring at me, and I mean, only after this happened I realized why she was staring at me. And I used it, and it got stuck on my tongue. And she was like, Amma, அது வந்து that spoon is not working properly, you use some other spoon. So I had goosebumps because I'm like, oh my God, she learned something by herself, and she's 3 years old now. And she watched out for me. She was like scared for me. And then she waited for my reaction to see if I was okay. She didn't even stop me when I was using it. She waited to see if I'm going to have the same experience that she had. And she then said, okay, okay, did it hurt you? Okay, why don't you use another spoon? So I was like, oh my God, like, there's so much they are learning without our knowledge. When we're not around, they are still learning about this world. There's so much that they're learning. And this was just one instance where she shared what she learned. There are so many things she probably learns that she doesn't share with me. So that itself made me think that, this is her journey and she's learning things that I'm not learning. So that was very special for me. And the mother who talked about how to engage, yeah, sometimes you just like engage, just do your work, and when they really need you, they will come for connection, and you as a mother, you will know to sense that okay, they need connection. Yeah,
Thanks.
that's what I wanted to share.
Yes. Ashada, you want to add how you go about?
Yeah, I mean, Rahini, that was so perfect. I mean, I would just like to say one thing to all the all the parents here is that if you think that engaging them is a hard job, just for one day, try not doing anything, not instructing them, not telling them do this, do that, or engaging them in any activity, and see how tough that is. I mean, we all want to do something, right? So let's try to do nothing. I mean, that's the ultimate challenge, because if you try to find activities for them, if you try to sort of make them learn things, or make them sit and write or read or whatever, it's not the natural way. The mind will only work only and only when it wants to. So I mean, you will learn something when you are absolutely wanting to learn a certain thing. By forcing someone to do it, it's not going to work at all. So just the way we do it is but as in we don't plan or anything, we just take it as it comes. And straying away from the system has actually given all four of us so much freedom. I have two kids and a husband, so we
That means three.
yeah, including me, then that's four. So there's just and that freedom is actually something that we all love and we hold on to. And when there is absolutely no stress in life in terms of following a structure, following a system, or having a curriculum, or having to plan for the next day, and etc etc etc, every moment is so liberating that you have millions of things that you can do at that moment. And depending on what is available around you, you decide what you want to do, what you don't want to do. So right now, the way I like Ratnesh was right when he said that Aarohi is evolving. It does keep changing every day. So as a parent right now, I'm thinking my stress is on the fact that I should not be instructing my kids to do anything. Let them do what they want, let them explore the way they want. And it just yeah, there's she's just making magnetic jewelry right now. So yeah, I mean, anything goes, everything is learning. You don't really need to teach them anything. Yeah, if you think that my child should be giving his or her 10th standard exams, and that's why he or she needs to learn, then yeah, that's also right. I mean, there's nothing wrong in thinking about that kind of future as well. But following a structure would obviously mean that you would need to then plan to achieve that kind of, I know that kind of benchmark. But as of now, like, I have a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. So I don't have those benchmarks in my head. So, and I know for a fact that when they want to go to school, or if they want a certification, it's okay. That is their lookout. I mean, they want a certification, I'm there to help them out. but the learning and everything has to happen on their own. I'm not going to make them sit and write, and it's just going to happen on its own.
Okay.
So
Thanks, Rashida.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
So we have about 8 minutes for today. So yeah, we can take maybe one or two more thoughts or questions. I'm also meanwhile posting links just in case you want quick reference to uh, what we are doing. If you have specific question about Aarohi, you can ask that. So in the beginning, I gave a little introduction that you can be part of Aarohi from any city, any family who wants to do open learning and wants to join the community of other families doing it, and so on. Yeah, what I want to underline also is the Jagriti program, because that's coming up from 15 November. If you really want to open yourself up as a parent, because in itself it's just an unparenting program, so it's applicable to any parent, but I think it's always very beneficial to parents who are doing open learning, unschooling, homeschooling, because it just helps them even that much more, because they're taking the child out, we are taking the child out of the school, so we think we have an additional load, so this will be an additional booster to let go of that load and just chill and move and do a lot of things in a different way. Well, that's more to talk about in Jagriti. So that's, yeah. So let's we have about 7 minutes. Yeah, let's take one or two more questions or thoughts. Anybody?
Hi. So, but if I let my child do whatever they want, my children, they would like nothing more than watch TV for 8 hours. Like, how do I deal with that?
Yeah, that's a good starting point. At least you are looking at it that they are watching TV for 8 hours. I am looking at it, at least they are deciding how their 8 hours are going to go. At least they are deciding. They are leaders of their thinking, right? Not that they will not do anything else. Believe me, they will end up doing lots of different things, because kids love to do lots of different things. They would like to make things, break things, play things, lots and lots and lots of different things, including a lot of interesting things that I'm sure you do. They would like to be part of that too. So I think, yeah, just because they are watching whatever TV for 8 hours, we think that they are kind of wasting their time. But more importantly, they are deciding that, just like we end up wasting our times doing 8 hours of work. Right. What, at least it looks like work. I'm okay. The reason I'm using the term wasting their time, because we think that it's wasting the time, but all the time they are already processing. And if at all you are worried about, hey, how do I challenge them? Okay. Now, please realize, as much as they are responsible for their time, you can always start thinking, oh, let them also be responsible for my worry. Correct? So let's say, what is your worry? That they are not doing anything, they are only watching TV. Ask them, this is my worry, now please solve my worry. Right? So now, since they are the leaders, they're supposed to not just solve their problem, they're supposed to solve your problems also. Give them more work. More work to solve all your problems. Will money solve? Ask them to solve your problems. Why should you solve their problems? They should solve your problems. But you will have to follow their solutions. Be ready for that.
So I had a question like, if we just let them to watch mobile or TV, can't that be an addiction in a later process, because
Wait,
they
wait, wait,
keep
wait,
watching
wait,
and
wait.
watching,
You're using a very heavy word, addiction. I don't think it reaches normally
because
anywhere
all time
there.
you're asking for mobile,
Yes,
mobile, like
yes,
that.
yes, yes, yes. That, see, we are not. First, see, you have to decide first what is more important. Is the mobile part more important, or is a TV part more important, or is it more important that they start first deciding on their own? Right? Which one is more important? If the deciding part is more important, start with that. If the mobile part is more important, first solve that, then come to deciding, whichever way you want to do it. I would suggest start with the deciding part. Now they have decided to watch TV for 8 hours. I will call the child and say, okay, tomorrow, how many hours you think you are going to watch TV or mobile or whatever it is? And let's write it down, and I will write it down how much time I will do this, then what else you want to do, then what else we want to do. So slowly they start getting into thinking about their own life, right? And
Can I ask
thinking,
one question?
yeah,
Is this too tough or challenging?
how does that
It
matter?
seems,
Things can
oh
be
my God,
easy,
how much?
tough. How does that matter? Does it matter? What matters is what
No.
is important, isn't
But
it?
what to say? I need some motivation, right? It is possible. Just go ahead like that, right? I say need some
You need
motivation.
motivation or they need motivation? Who
I need
needs
motivation to just let them take the decision first. I am like, oh my God, how much, how much day I should be patient. I just control my anger like that. It's first step now. It seems, will I
like
be
how Raini is
happy?
saying, go cut vegetables or wash dishes, whatever else you need to do to distract yourself if that is your problem. Yeah,
Find out more work
I
for yourself, actually.
sorry, Besaki, can you
I mean,
repeat that?
find out more work for yourself. Make yourself more busy. Then you naturally will leave them alone.
Again, the question that I want you to ask every day is, what is important to me? If you can ask that question, is it important to me that they decide, they start leading, they start thinking? Uh, then that is what is important to you. If it's important to you that they learn Pythagoras theorem, then that's important to you. So you have to decide what's important to you, right? And once you decide that, then rest falls in place. Slowly, and not like it will happen in a day, but it happens pretty fast.
The idea of having them home, like I really love my kids, but so when she started going whole day, I started missing her. I wanted, like, it would be nice if the school was just for half day, but then there are days when both of them are like I'm really motivated to do something, but then I'm just like, I feel like I'm dragged down with them, and I'm like, why are they home? So
Yeah.
it
So which is where, Ria, most of us, at least in Rohi Open Learning, most of us plan, or we call it, some of us call it plan, some of us call it design our day. So we do that in advance. Okay, we sit down and say, okay, what all I'm going to do today or tomorrow, if you're sitting in the night, or today morning, if I sit, I will say what all we are going to do, and the child will say what all I'm going to do. And another child will say something else, and the father will say something else, and the mother will say something. And then as a team, we have to decide, okay, where we need each other and where we need only us, only our time. Yeah. And that's how the negotiations happen. And once we have planned, now this is the most important part. Once you have planned, throw away the plan. Okay, because if you fall in love with the plan, then you will be behind them. You planned this, you planned this, you planned this. No, the idea of planning is not now to regiment our life. The idea is planning is to only stimulate our mind. Once you have stimulated the mind of yours and the children's, then the rest will happen. Maybe 20%, 30% success. If you ever meet me in person, you will realize this guy talks about 20 things he will do in a day and he does only two. So my planning to implementation rate is pathetic. Right? If I can survive 56 years of my life, I'm sure these kids are better than me. I keep telling them, right? So relax if you want. The idea is to stimulate, and not just the children. You have to first take response, because remember, if you say I'll be doing this, the child might come to you in the evening. Mom, did you do all the things did you say that you will do? So we are as accountable as they are, and we are all as fallible as anybody else can be. Yeah, that's very, very important. So the idea of planning is not to plan. The idea of the planning is to stimulate ourselves and to realize that each one is thinking in their own way. Oh, she's thinking of cycling for 5 hours. I'm thinking of doing this important thing. And he's thinking of, jumping on the bed for 1 hour. So that's the beauty of it. And that's how we also get to know our kids. Otherwise, we are all the time telling them what to do. We don't know what they are. We only know what we are. Yeah. So the idea of stimulating through planning or reflecting or whatever. I mean, I'm not getting into too much detail about it, but that's the core idea behind doing it together. That's why we are in the home together as a team. Yeah. So I hope I've given you some broad idea. You have to try it out and see what works for you, with you and your children and your family members, because each family is different. Not that the way I say it will work, not the way Harshada does it is not the same as Beshaki, and not Beshaki does it is not the same as, let's say, Preeti or whatever. So we all do it in a very different way, and that's the best part of being in a community, that we can connect. Yeah. So yeah, let us pause here. It's already 6 o'clock. Time went really fast today. Uh, uh, yeah. So just a reminder, first of all, we meet every Saturday, 5 to 6. So please feel free to join in any Saturday or as many Saturdays. Um, so it is all, there available for you, this option of kind of um, connecting with, with other families and understanding from other families. So that's one. Two, as I say, keep saying, if you it would really help you, according to us, that if you are part of the Jagrati program at some point of time, because that opens you up to more ways of understanding your child and yourself. So see if you would like to get into that, whether you are doing open learning or not. That's or homeschooling, unschooling, that's a separate thing. Yeah. Also, since we meet every Saturday and we have a WhatsApp group, you can definitely use these combinations, but also talk to more parents, connect with more families. If you need help, connect with me. I will help you connect with more families. So connect with more families, talk to them, meet them. That really helps. Yeah. So it's not just so that for that reasons we have camps at campus, we have weekly stays at campus, so you can come over, stay here, connect with more families. So that's one way of connecting with more families, is coming to Aarohi and staying here for a week with us. Now somebody was asking what happens in Creators Camp. Well, what happens when you come into campus is each one decides what they want to do. So in Creators Camp, they decide what they want to create. Right. So anything that is happening in Aarohi will be dependent on each one deciding what they want to do. We are not preparing anything in advance. Okay. The only thing I've prepared is what I want to do next week. That's how all of us work here. Yeah. So consider coming, staying with us. You can come during any of the weeks which are open for guest families, or you can come during the camp. They're pretty much the same, just that during camp there are more families, so you can interact with more families. But during when there is no camp, you also get a more leisurely time to kind of understand, the working of open learning. So both those options are available. I think I've put the links for everything there. Yeah, I put for the events link. That's where you will get all the camps and other details and everything. So thank you very much. I've also put a little note about that we are a charitable trust. So if people contribute, that helps us, that supports us in so many different things that we do around here. So consider that uh, if you can. So we'll see you around any of the Saturdays. We are every day there. It's the same link. You don't have to bother about the Zoom link changing. Yeah. So thank you very much. Bye bye for today. Have a nice Diwali week, and let the children lead.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Bye
lot.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you.